In this movie, I'm basically going to show you how to apply sounds to the sides of your cube, and I'll tell you about the image cropper also. Let's make the cube larger, and you move this over. So now let's place the Earth's Great Spiritual Teacher's Cube images on your cube. Here they are. And we're going to extend the crop on the Dalai Lama's head. You'll see that in a second when I show you the cropper. And so now what I'm going to do is, I placed my sound files on my desktop in a folder. So I'm going to go Images, Image Cropper, and I'll tell you about the cropper in a second, but here I'm going to browse from my Music folder where the sound files live. They live on the desktop. Here are all my files, and they live here. Here they are. So I select the sound file, and I select right here to place the sound file with the correct image. If I want to remove a file, I click there, but I select it and place it with the correct image. Simply, just like that. The cropper, you're able to choose where you want to crop your image. So like right now, that will appear on the full side of your image. You expand the area by placing the square. If you want this, you're set. If you want this, you're set. If you want the full square image, you move your square in the center and you expand it until the full image is selected. And you do that with all of them. This is a rectangular image. I'm going to tell you about your images in another movie. But for now, we'll let this go, and this will be the selection. This is actually a rectangular image. So for now, that tells you about how to apply your sound files and crop your images. You apply your what you've done. You exit, and at the center of every face, now there is a sound button. And let's hear one of them, and you can adjust the sound volume also.
It transcends the senses, but it is possible to reason out the existence of God to a limited extent. Even in ordinary affairs, we know that people do not know who rules or why and how he rules, and yet they know that there is a power that certainly rules. In my tour last year in Mysore, I met many poor villagers, and I found upon inquiry that they did not know who ruled Mysore. They simply said, some God ruled it. If the knowledge of these poor people was so limited about their ruler, I, who am infinitely lesser in respect to God than they to their ruler, need not be surprised if I do not realize the presence of God, the King of Kings. Nevertheless, I do feel, as the poor villagers felt about Mysore, that there is orderliness in the universe. There is an unalterable law governing everything.
Your sound file. You can pause your sound file like that. You can begin it again. You can have it running and start another one.
Changing mind only through compassion or education, not by force. With have to find ways and means to solve that through dialogue. In order to carry meaningful dialogue, first, it is necessary respect the other who have different view. Consider part of we, part of humanity. My future also depends on them. So respect and listen their interest and tell them our interest.
So now I'm changing the number of slices in for the cube. Let's start that again. Where's the Dalai Lama here? Let's
changing mind.
Start him again.
Only through compassion or education, not by force. We have to find ways and means to solve that through dialogue. In order to carry meaningful dialogue, first, it is necessary respect the other who have different view. Consider part of we, part of humanity. My future also depends on them. So respect and listen their interest and tell them our interest and try to find mutually equitable solution. That's the only way. Not the Palestine problem. Both sides stand firm. Then confrontation. Now, 21st century, now 10 years passed. Now 90 years yet to come. Now these young people, you are the people who belongs 21st century. My generation belongs 20th century, already gone. Now, changing mind only through compassion or education.
Let's listen to a little bit of Martin.
With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. This will be the day. This will be the day when all of God's children be able to sing with new meaning, "My country, tears of thee." Sweet land of liberty of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. So let freedom ring. From the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire, let freedom ring. From the mighty mountains of New York, let freedom ring. From the heightening Alleghanies of Pennsylvania, let freedom ring. From the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado, let freedom ring. From the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring. And when this happens, when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, "Free at last, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last."
So that gives you a little bit of an idea about sounds. And in another movie, we'll make a cube that'll show like family or friends, and we'll put some sound files on there too. But that's it for right now. Thanks for watching.